So I keep busy with quarantine, just making a lot of music and working out. I lost 10 kilograms in the time we had quarantine, so I'm working out a lot. Yeah, just trying to keep busy with work. That's what I've been doing in quarantine. So DJing is down completely. There's no events in Holland or anywhere else in the world. So for DJing, it almost died. So for DJing during quarantine, it's almost died out. Everything in Holland is cancelled or postponed, and it's just really hard to find any gigs or do any gigs. You can do live streams, but it's really hard to find shows. So I've been producing music for 11 years now. I started really soon because really early, because my mom and dad, they had like a dancing school, so I could twist knobs and equalize the tracks, and I was just busy doing that all day, and my parents, they didn't like it at all. So I started on my computer producing, because I had a computer at home, and I had a computer at home and I could just produce music on there with FL Studio. And that's how I started producing, and I just fell in love with it. Like my first track, they were super horrible, but it was so fun to make music from like nothing, because if you make music, it's like you make something out of nothing, and I really enjoyed that. So I've been producing music for so long because I feel like you at least need a few percentage, like a few hours of professional recording time, and you have to be better, and just you have to be the best, and the only way to be the best is is to put a lot of time into it, and that's what the 10 or 11 years is about. So how do I make my money as a DJ? You can do shows. That's a big source of income when it's not quarantine. You can make money from streams. You can make money from courses, and you can make money from like selling your beats as a ghost producer. I did all of them, and I enjoy doing all of them up to a certain point. So I don't really do ghost production now anymore, because I don't enjoy it anymore, because I feel like I don't get the recognition I deserve, and all ghost producers don't get the recognition they deserve. So I don't do that anymore, but I make my own money from streaming now, and I'm teaching on my website too. So I'm doing that. What video am I most proud of? I think for me, the hardest part was to sit in front of a camera and just tell my story, because I was really camera shy, and I feel like the first real time I was in front of a camera, it was the Q&A, the first one. So I would say the first Q&A. Yes, there's new merch coming soon. I think in August we will have some new merch, and it's gonna be extreme 2.0. So it's gonna have masks, shirts, t-shirts, hoodies, like everything. So every day I wake up, I make music, I check the demos, I send emails to the artists. It's like that. I do that every day, and then sometimes I have a show or I do a live set or something like that. So that's what I've been doing now. Yes, I'm starting a radio show in 3 weeks, in July. July. And it's gonna be Danian Vreugd chooses radio. I'm super excited for that. I want to share a lot of new music from a lot of new artists, and established artist, and I'm just really excited to have the opportunity to make a radio show. So most people know this, like close friends already know this, but I really like the style of Moti. I like what he has been doing in the past, and I like what he he's doing now, his label, and I just really look up to him because he's like one of the biggest inspirations for me personally. It really, like, his tracks made me feel like I should take music and music production more seriously. So you can wake me up at night for pancakes, for sure. For making music, I don't know. Yeah, I think pancakes is the biggest one. I like pancakes. So my career started when I was 12 or 13. My mom and dad, they had a dancing school, and I could spin there and DJ there. So yeah, I started kind of the same as producing, but yeah, I just mixed the songs a bit just for fun in like the breaks, and then later on at the dancing school themselves too. It was really basic, like you didn't do any fancy transitions or something, but it was really fun to do, and I just twisting the knobs was so much fun for me. So yeah, that's how I. For aspiring producers, I would say work hard. Try to make as much music as possible. Finish your songs. If you're just starting out, watch a lot of tutorials. Just acquire as much knowledge as you can, and that's something a lot of artists do and have to do. So yeah. So for now, with Corona, it's super hard to get shows. So I think a lot of DJs will do virtual shows in the upcoming years, because now it's acceptable to do virtual shows, and I think there will be some kind of paid system to get DJs to pay to get fans to pay for the shows. So I would buy a ticket for an online show, but I could still enjoy it in a club, but the DJ doesn't have to fly out anymore. So I can speak like Donald Duck. It sounds like this. So yeah, that's 100% my most useless talent. Yeah, sometimes I love to sing melodies that I can bring into my tracks. So yeah, I sing in the shower, but it's not lyrics most of the time. I don't know, I don't really get into trouble. I've been into trouble in school for, yeah, I never skipped, but I just never did my homework. I never did my homework, so I think I got sent out of class. That's the worst thing I ever did. Like, that's the most trouble I've ever got into. So I never felt like school is something you should focus your time on, because it's most of the time for most people is useless, because they don't need a fancy degree or something. Like doctors and lawyers and like people like that, they need a fancy degree. But for like plumbers or artists or musicians or anything else, I don't really think an education is necessary. So that were all the questions for this week. If you have any more questions, shoot me a DM on Instagram or leave a comment in the YouTube comments, and I will answer them. And I will answer them next week in the Q&A. Bye. Side to side.